Have you ever set your alarm for 5 a.m.? Your head full of big dreams, promising yourself that tomorrow will be the day everything changes? But then, morning comes, and you hit snooze again, and again, and again. Until it's suddenly 8 o'clock a.m., the first thing you feel isn't energy, it's guilt. You grab your phone, start scrolling, and rush through your morning, telling yourself the same old lie. I'm just not a morning person. I need more sleep. You've heard it a million times. Successful people wake up early. You've even tried it maybe once, twice, or even 10 times. But every single time, your old habits pull you right back in. What if I told you that the first hour of your day holds more power than the other 23 combined? What if your entire future is being quietly decided before the sun even rises? This isn't just some motivational fluff. This is the real story of a man whose life was completely transformed because he stopped pressing the snooze button and started respecting 5 o'clock a.m. In a small, gritty industrial town filled with the constant roar of factories lived a 32-year-old man named Thomas. He was a night security guard at a textile warehouse. Every evening at 8 p.m. he reported for duty, and every morning at 6 a.m., completely drained, he walked back home just as the rest of the world was waking up. His salary was barely enough to cover his rent and food. He lived in a tiny one-room apartment with just a mattress on the floor, a broken fan, and a single flickering light bulb. His clothes were worn out, his shoes had holes. But the heaviest thing he carried wasn't poverty, it was a crushing sense of hopelessness. Every morning, as he walked through the quiet streets, he'd look through the windows of other people's homes. He saw families having breakfast together, children getting ready for school, men in clean clothes heading to their office jobs. And the same thought haunted him every single day. Is this all my life will ever be? Now Thomas wasn't lazy. He worked hard every single night, staying alert, walking for hours, doing his job honestly. But deep down, he knew a painful truth. Hard work alone wasn't changing his life. He had applied for better jobs, but without a higher education, every door remained shut. He wanted to learn new skills, but after working all night, sleep was the only thing his body demanded. His mother, who lived in the countryside, would call him once a week and ask gently, "My son, when will your life get better?" Thomas would force a smile into his voice and lie, "Soon, Mama, I'm working on it." But the truth was, he had no idea how. One cold morning, right after finishing his shift, Thomas received a phone call that shook him to his core. His sister told him their mother had collapsed and was in the hospital. He rushed to the village, his heart pounding with fear. The doctor explained that his mother needed rest, good food, and medicine, all things Thomas could barely afford. As he held her weak hand, she whispered words that cut straight into his soul. "Please don't waste your life like I wasted mine. Find a way." That night, Thomas stepped outside the clinic into the silent, pre-dawn air. It was exactly 5 a.m. The sky was still dark, but the first birds were beginning to sing, and a few farmers were already walking towards their fields. In that quiet, still moment, something inside Thomas changed. It wasn't sadness, it was anger. A powerful anger at his own helplessness. And right there, he made a decision, no more. I will change my life no matter what it takes. On the bus ride back to town, Thomas noticed a well-dressed older man calmly reading a book. It surprised him because it was barely 6 a.m. This man was Mr. Chun, a successful local businessman. Gathering all his courage, Thomas asked him why he was traveling so early. Mr. Chun smiled kindly and said, "Because I wake up at 4:30 every morning. I use the early hours to read, think, and plan my day before the rest of the world wakes up." When Thomas explained his exhausting night job, Mr. Chun said something that hit him like a lightning bolt. "You're awake when the world sleeps, and you're asleep when the world works. No wonder you feel so stuck." Then he shared a secret that had changed his own life decades earlier. "The hours between 5 and 7 a.m., he said, are magic hours. That's when futures are built." Mr. Chun broke it down for him. 2 focused hours every morning equals 14 hours a week. That's 60 hours a month and more than 700 hours a year. That's almost 3 extra months of productive life that most people waste sleeping. He gave Thomas a simple system. The first hour is for learning a new skill that can change your income. The second hour is for building your body and mind through exercise, reading, and planning. No distractions. No phone. No excuses. He gave Thomas 3 strict rules. Wake up at 5 o'clock a.m. every single day. Go to sleep by 9 o'clock p.m. And never, ever negotiate with your alarm clock. Then he challenged him. Do this for 90 days. If you don't quit, I promise I'll help you. The very next morning, Thomas's alarm rang at 5 o'clock a.m. Every part of him wanted to quit. His body screamed for sleep. His mind begged for just one more hour. But he remembered his mother's face, her weak hand in his, and he forced himself out of bed. The first week was brutal. He sat with tired, burning eyes, studying Excel and accounting through free online videos. He went for a walk every morning, even when his legs ached. No one encouraged him. No one noticed his effort, but he didn't stop. Around day 20, something strange started to happen. His body adapted. He began waking up a few minutes before the alarm. Learning started to feel easier, not harder. His confidence began to grow. By the third month, he had completed multiple online courses and even started finding ways to improve the systems at his security job. On the 87th day of his challenge, his supervisor called him in and offered him a day-shift accounting job with double the salary. 1 year later, Thomas was a different man. He had a new career, a better home, and his mother was finally getting the proper care she needed. And yet he still woke up at 5 o'clock a.m. every single day. Not out of struggle anymore, but out of discipline. When people asked him why he still did it, he would simply say, "Success isn't a destination you arrive at. It's a daily practice. So here's the truth for you. The difference between where you are right now and where you want to be isn't about luck or talent. It's about how you use those quiet early hours when no one else is watching." Tonight, I want you to set your alarm for 5 a.m. before you go to sleep. Decide exactly what you'll build in that first hour. Protect your sleep. Protect your mornings. Because 1 year from now, you'll either look back and thank yourself, or you'll regret hitting snooze just one more time. Your future is waiting for you on the other side of that alarm clock. The only question is, will you wake up to meet it? Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that subscribe button and join our community. Let's build our futures together, one morning at a time.